Olá, boa tarde. Vamos aí conferir Summer Game Fest aí. Olá galera, vamos aí. Bora ver esse trailer aí do Mortal Kombat 1 aí. Summer Game Fest. The show will start. Diz que é o trailer da gameplay. Trailer da gameplay aí do Mortal Kombat 1. Então vamos aí dar uma olhada, dar uma espionada aí. Até agora nada. Já mais de uma hora que tá aí. Mais de uma hora aí pra ver essa gameplay aí do Summer Game Fest. Quatorze, 15 minutos ainda. Caramba. Mais 15 minutos ali. Mais de uma hora pra guardar essa gameplay aí. 12 minutos pra começar essa gameplay aí, essas divulgações aí da Summer Game Fest. Já tá 16 minutos aí. Doze minutos pra começar essa gameplay aí, essas 10 minutos Summer Game Fest. 10 minutos pra começar aí. Pra ver se eles vão prorrogar o tempo. Vocês que vão chegando agora aí, deixa um like. Se inscreva aí no canal. Vamos esperar aí 9 minutos para ver se a Summer Game Fest vai prorrogar esse tempo aí para mais meia hora. O pessoal tá esperando ali para ver essa gameplay. 9 minutos aí. Vamos ver o tão esperado divulgação aí das gameplay. Só tá esperando ali pra ver essa gameplay. esperar, né? 6 minutos aí. Pra ver se prorroga aí mais pra 30 minutos aí. Se eu começar aí às 2h30. Tá aí mais de 10, meio-dia esperando aí. Revelação da gameplay. Vamos lá, 4 minutos aí, galera. Vamos lá, Game Fest. Vamos começar essa bagaça aí. Vamos ver 2 minutos. Joinha na live, galera.
creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
760 ainda deve ser bom ainda.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at
Começou
what's
esse
next in video games
festival
for you. We are live here in
games
Los
aí.
Angeles at YouTube Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever. Welcome, everybody.
Vamos lá então.
When I started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a spare bedroom, I never imagined it would grow into this. Today, the video game industry has come together to show you what's next. This is a cross-industry showcase, meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development, and our singular goal today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1. Então vamos lá então.
It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season, and yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. That's all I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
Então vamos lá então.
Our kingdom is cursed. The prince has been kidnapped and taken to a forbidden land.
Príncipe das Pérsias.
All hope rests with us, the immortals, to rescue him and save the empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next. Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
Whether they ready or not, better get better with time. I can't see an enemy ending the plot. My struggle came with a purpose. Now I'm about to turn it down to a burden. You see, I ain't begging on what I'm deserving. I'm putting on every battle. Now I thought I had a place to play. Don't take a chance, really take a flight. Been through the dark times, so I came with the dark side. Let us show you the light. See how I rose up, all the world we are grown up. Now we're giving them hope. Keep them all warriors, victorious. Put it home on them enemies get close. So I see the danger coming.
In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting. I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
Sabia, Príncipe da Pérsia. The Lost Crown. Em janeiro de 2024, do ano que vem.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024. A brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest. All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right. It's time for Mortal Kombat 1. Couldn't keep you waiting on this one. It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline, and it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
Vamos lá então, bebê. Chapéu ali do Uau.
I have had enough of you.
Then
Acerta
go
o
before I put you
Sub-Zero.
down.
Olha. Sensacional. Só rasteirada ali do
You
Sub-Zero.
have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions, I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Da hora, hein? Cabeçou ali o Scorpion. O que será isso aí? Esse é o Johnny Cage. É o Johnny Cage. Deu ali uma abertura ali.
Okay, let's
Fez
go
uma
back to
abertura
one
ali
here.
no chão.
Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm.
Liu Kang, seu das Américas. Caramba, hein? Um Scorpion ali. Sacanagem ali.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever
Chegou a
experience
vez
I
do
lack,
Raiden.
I make up for in heart.
Tá jovem aí, né? Se ele chegou, ele penetra ali. Quer jogar em dupla. Começando a entender esse esquema de jogo aí. Até o Cano ali pegou o hype do Ciclope ali, né?
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best
Chegou
for
aí
you.
as
Or do you secretly
verdade
covet
do
my
jogo.
throne?
É do modo Tekken Fight 99, 2000. Você chamava ali. Você chamava os jogadores reserva, deixava os jogadores de reserva ali, chamava pra eles virem ajudar. É da mesma forma ali, do mesmo estilo. Na época daquele jogo de 2000 lá, sistema de chamar. Tinha que ser esse cano ali, né? Pra fazer esses fatality dele. Show de bola. Fatality de Sub-Zero ali clássico, hein?
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon! Congratulations. They love you. All right. Well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1. And everyone just wants to know more about this because first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into like, you know, a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, you know, in-game gameplay. The cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your sort of your main, you know, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair when you start the game?
Yeah, normally in a fighting game, you'll see a roster, basically, you know, where you select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters. And these fighters actually, they will join the fight, but they...
A lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay, you know. So you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see... That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing, you know, the best team-ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like, how often do they come in? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So you can go, you know, push that button with towards and it'll do a different move. Push it with down, it'll do a different move. And so the combination...
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have, you know, like in the middle of a combo, they'll have a lot of you know, basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya, you saw come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
So time-based, they come out, and then obviously as you go through, you revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? Same thing with Scorpion. But a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro popped in there.
Yeah. Exactly. So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, you know, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, you know, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of not the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment. You know, the first Mortal Kombat game we originally wanted to be Van Damme the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. You know, we were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices, too.
Wow.
So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working so hard in Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out in September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years. And so, but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it. And, you know, throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters, you know, so there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Salva de palmas.
So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching the original PoE since its release in 2013. We haven't seen anything on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Where are the guards? Hey you! What's going on?
Patch of Exile. Que jogo é esse aí? Find out more. Judy.
Looks amazing, and there's more coming in July.
Parece que
Last
alguma
week
coisa aí.
marked the release of Street Fighter 6, a game we featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Why now? Então vamos lá então ver aqui.
I am the Advanced Artificial Intelligence, Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
I'm guessing Ryu from Street Fighter facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall, with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys? That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
The Imagination, bora ver esse outro trailer aqui.
What can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
Nicolas Cage, Dead by Light.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source. This man's bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible films. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Happy to meet you.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite. Maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game. But Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right?
Yes.
And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing, and she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool that, it really is this museum of horror. Michael Myers, you said, all these different characters all coming together. And you play yourself, or who do you play? So
I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together to pull through, and I like that. And so that was a large reason for wanting to do it as well, that feeling of bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the screen to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right. Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game?
Somebody very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast, okay. and that really put the hook in, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before. Yeah. I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience, and branch out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say, it took me nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, what I noticed, excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed was that every move you make when you're doing this, when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out in this space, because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man.
Awesome.
There you go, lock it in. Now, for all of you who want to play Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight, the chapter officially comes out on July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Light com Nicolas Cage.
Anything goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations, but back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations, and later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today to share something with you.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3. Volume 1 Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in to the Summer Games Fest and enjoy the trailer.
Neutrality. It won't get you a statue. But he'll certainly help in keeping you alive.
Perdeu seu Starfield? Falando aqui no comentário aqui.
Neutrality has consequences too.
Jogo aí da era da Idade Média.
Right. Well, that's deeply worrying.
Everything that's happening. It's all connected. And she's at the center of it.
If war is coming, there is no hiding her from it.
Só na labareda ali.
You sure about
Dos
this?
fogo, da hora, hein?
Are you?
Pensando nesse verão.
History has a way of repeating itself. The dangers we've seen foretell an even more menacing future. For the first time, I understand real fear.
Vamos ver a tempestade ali. Briga de espada.
The witches.
Is that
Isso é
so?
um trailer de filme. Pode ser filme.
I'll never get over how cute they look for monsters. And they're like, no, please, don't hurt me. And then, wow! Fangs. Just like a boatload of fangs. All up in your business.
Comercial da Netflix, sabia? Apareceu aí. Que game aí, Summerfest. Agora bora ver o jogo agora. O filme tava apaiado demais. Olha, da hora. Gigante. Caramba, é melhor que o filme lá, hein? Peguinhos. Caramba. Esse é um esqueleto ali do Castlevania. Chegou no comercial aí. Tem que ser mais um trailer do filme. Só pipocada, né? Foi bem rápido, hein? O cara tava no VR ali. Jogou pra VR. Fire, Sierra Squad, take the fight. Are you ready? Comercial da Samsung.
We have no choice. The root will destroy everything.
Vamos esse jogo desse ser da hora.
turning back after this. You sure?
Um jogo de guerra nas estrelas também. Um jogo de espacionado, né? Colorido, hein? Da hora as cores aí desse jogo, hein? Mostrando aí reminante.
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2,
Star
the
Wars,
world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on TikTok to react to the news. And we want to welcome everyone co-streaming the show live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms. For those of you on Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop, a free Steinax Warframe for watching more than 30 minutes of the show. Now, speaking of surprises, another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Então vamos ver então. Sonic's back ainda. Caramba, hein? Olha, ficou da hora, hein? Igual Donkey Kong Counter, Donkey Kong Counter Retorno. E aí, pedal Educa, o que você achou desse Sonic aqui, pedal Educa? Já jogou esse Sonic aí, né, Pedro Educa? Ou é lançamento? Sonic Superstar. Da hora aquele joguinho ali. Esse cara até compara ali, ó. Do Sega para os aparelhos atuais ali, certo?
How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game is bringing an exciting new character to space fantasy RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
Vai lançar o PES 2024.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day? Team Trailblaze back from duty. Chegou a ver desse joguinho de desenho desenho colorido. Daquele estilo jogo chinês lá.
Tournament's starting. Great. Let me get warmed up. Strike first.
Need a hand? My pleasure! Let's see some sparks fly!
Never mind, I miscalculated. Can you let me have some fun this time?
PlayStation 5.
Time for a buzz.
Deve ser caro esse PlayStation 5 aí, né? Apesar do sei que tem o PlayStation 5 aí. Quantos que é o PlayStation 5?
Later this year on PlayStation. All right,
Oh,
inspired
that
by the
thing
story
conta,
of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a Soulsborne-like game from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Dino Crisis também é top, hein? Remake do Metal Gear também. Vamos lançar um Metal Gear. Acho que vai vir um Metal Gear Solid. Acho que é remake. Tava aí no noticiário aí. Pode tiver um remake do Metal Gear. E Alessandro, e aí, seja muito bem-vindo aí. Fazendo aqui uma transmissão aqui do evento lá do Gamer Fest, né? O Dino Crisis também é bom demais, né? Lembro ele do Play 1. Acho que é do... acho que é do Play 1 mesmo. Alessandro aí na live, seja muito bem-vindo aí, Alessandro.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
Acho que dá pra jogar demo agora.
That's right, a demo for Lies of P
Só no
is
Play 5
now
também.
available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out.
PC
Prepare
também.
for the release on September 19th.
Mas tem que ter
Now it's time
super
for
PC
the
também pra
reveal
jogar.
of
Né?
a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Here we go.
Então vamos lá então para mais um trailer aí. O jogo deve ser bom, hein? Tá lá no deserto Saara. A imagem é boa. Deve ser as múmias, né? Mostrou os desenhos ali. Mostrou os desenhos ali, ficou paia. Tá muito esboçado esse desenho aí, cara. Olha, até que não é muito ruim não. Sangue lembra. Ah, já vi esse vídeo.
ちょっと運転させてくれよ。
もうやめなさい王子、こんな人間の機械。
いいぞ、やってみるか。
いいのか。
Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it soon. Independent games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from iam8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest, they'll be revealing a number of ambitious new projects. Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
Olha o jogo do Gorilas. Gorilas.
Wonder what that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
Our guiding star has shattered. Its shards scattered across the world.
Vamos ver esse trailer, como que é esse trailer aí.
An ancient evil searches for these lost fragments, destroying anything in their path. You must find them. Harness their power. And put down this threat once and for all.
The storm is coming. A tempestade está de volta. Eu acho que é isso aí. Olha, da hora, hein? Caramba, esse jogo é demais, ficou demais. Qualidade incrível. Throne and Liberty. Tem que logar pra testar aí.
Looks great. I also want to say hello to everybody watching on Steam right now. I'm sorry we don't have any free Steam Decks for you right now, but on June 19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Hear the battle call, cities rise and empires fall, but it's a war worth fighting. We're taking up our arms, held the line up here.
Caramba, hein? Reconstruiu ali. Caramba, esse aí deve ser demais esse jogo. Parecendo o Battle Royale. Sabia, aquela corridinha ali não esconde nada, hein? The Raven.
Hey, this is not.
Tinha que aparecer o PC Siqueira ali, hein, cara. Animals. Treinado no inglês ali.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light to Stay Human. Get ready for darker, more dangerous nights and roaming volatiles, complete with improved parkour, rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off an event season like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them you will want to get your butt barbed wired. Very soon, you will get the deadliest summers to date.
Caramba, esse aí tá bem colorido, hein? Tá bem colorido esse jogo. Quest, ave. Caramba. Até brilha os olhos. E 300 games ali. O seu PC game. Comercial, né, cara? Samsung Game Hub, sabia?
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great, by the way? Crash Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
Sam Lake. Alan Walker.
Good to see you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the Game, or Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through two different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written, is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this. So, yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place.
Yes.
And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story, maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously, it's Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about. You said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? How? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga, and it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game. This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive, and with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out, and you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on, and you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways, but there is no right way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially, so we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
They're hyped, Sam. They're ready for it. So tell us, what are we going to see?
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that, let's take a look at raw, unedited gameplay from Alan Wake 2. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds like somebody's home. Penetra ali, hein? O cara tá montado ali.
Stolen his heart!
caçando ali.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain.
Jogo de Galáxias. Esse deve ser top, hein?
My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound! Eviscerate this abomination! Come forth and be slaughtered! Open the gates. Care to see who can slay more Xenos for the Chiron? I thought a piece of that statue would offer more sport. Hold them back, damn it! For Ultramar! For the Emperor!
Space Marine. Do lançamento para o ano que vem, né?
Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
Focus Entertainment.
Gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
Ugh. On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tinha que ser essa música do Open Job. Jimmy Carpet toca comando.
More unexpected collaboration. Sean Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist that is voiced by a familiar name.
Enver Gortash,
Vamos ver então mais esse
swearest thou by
próximo
Balduran's
trailer.
blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate
Caramba, só
from
na
enemies
armadura ali.
within and without?
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power
Caraca.
over them. A new age is upon us.
O
Gods
desenvolvimento
have
ali dos
mercy on those
jogos.
who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash from the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Que jogo que é esse aí? Baldur's Gate.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me, still for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5.
Agardado também.
Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is
Galera
Brian
do chat
Intihar, game director at
esperando
Insomniac.
horas e
Brian,
horas aí para o
thanks for coming by.
Spider-Man.
I know you guys are deep in development. First of all, it looks like we have some fancy art behind us. This is this the box?
This is the box. This
Okay.
is, you know, this is it. Here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely. Peter and Miles, we're so excited about this experience that you guys are doing with these sort of 2 characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there, I
2
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of, we obviously, Kraven, we got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors in.
Kraven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or, tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to New York for his greatest hunt. And what's better than all of the Marvel characters that live in New York City? So Peter, Miles, and others, he's on the hunt.
And others, ...
Yes, yes.
But Venom also, obviously, Symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. Oh, there you go. Good reaction to the art.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay, it's what happens, how the story plays out.
Interesting, so how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know the journey is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of
yeah.
city
I mean, the
racing,
city
right?
is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were before is really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years. We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think we're like getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that you're gonna make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Vamos ver se esse jogo é bom então. Spider-Man 2. Era só chamada ali então.
Nailing it, October 20th, Spider-Man 2,
Para
exclusively
outubro.
for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, but we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian. We got our date. All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words, kind of like Pokemon with guns. And then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon Dynasty, and some huge bosses too.
Pal World.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe we mine and scout. Across Middle-earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. Come, my fellow dwarves. Rally together. It's time we took back our home.
All right, now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise. Pre-registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, no. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at a game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful.
I banish you. Death to the dead.
Do we kill? To be together again?
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Esse jogo é top. Top demais. Qual que é ele? Banisher. Pra final do ano.
それで今回の指令はあなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。
ヒュガトク。
大丈夫か。
ええ、お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか。
到着まで3分。何があった？
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃこれから起きることは全部お前らの選んだ結果だ。
Modo briga. Caramba. Jogo da hora, hein?
俺に名はない。
O jogo da SEGA.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to Capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan? Green across the board. Looks like we're good.
Definitely a leak here, Tim.
How long has it been now?
3 years. 2 months and 17 days.
E é isso aí, galera. Esse jogo aí, submarino. E é isso aí, galera. Finalizando aqui mais uma live aqui deste evento para mostrar aquele tão aguardado trailer lá do Mortal Kombat 1. Passou ali logo no início, né? O objetivo dessa live era captar aquele trailer ali, o tão esperado trailer do Mortal Kombat 1. Vou finalizando aqui a live. Espero que vocês tenham gostado aqui deste vídeo. Até o próximo vídeo para mais gameplay, também live aí no canal.
Fun fact. All right, next, Hall of